Hey guys, Jonah here, back with a beer review, and I'm back with another beer up from Liverpool, from Bootle. We're back with Colbier. Thank you to Cup Noodle for supplying these. Thank you very much, sir. Colbier, this one's Harmonie, almost like my old cat that sadly moved on, Hermione. Yeah. And this is a Belgian wit beer at 4.2%. So interesting having such a light one, but you know, that's the way. You can push pause and read that should you like. That tells you about the brewery. As usual, it's got all this kind of stuff. No barcode as per the previous one. Again, it's Polaris hops, which is a German hop. So it says it's our Belgian wit is light and refreshing, with coriander on the nose, slightly peppery note in the background, zesty with an orange citrus fruitiness, and a background of chamomile, perfect for the weather. And there we go. It has got some wheat in it. We've got coriander, we have got chamomile, and we have got orange in there as well. Really interesting. And again, Harmonie, bit squidgy like yesterday's can. I have actually taken this one out of the fridge, so I was hoping it wouldn't explode, and it hasn't done, which is cool. Let us open this bad boy, and then let's set that up for the photo. Again, I'm using the straight side glass. Let us get this bad boy in. Interesting. Let's see if there's any cloudiness. No, nothing. So this one looks like potentially it's got a bit more head on it. It definitely has. It's still got a bit of haze though. If you can see, I mean, you can see through there, but it definitely has some haze. Oh, lovely. Right, let us see. Is that the right way up? There we go. Oh, let's adjust this around a little bit more. So that way round. There we go. Do one of these again. Did this yesterday. Something like that. For the Harmonie on a daily. That head is not really hanging around. It's fingernail head, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I pulled this one out of the fridge a little bit. It's been sitting around for a while. Good amount of carbonation. You can probably see that in there, but yeah, it is a bit too hazy. But then wit beer, white beer, if you like, it's meant to be a bit hazy, really. And I can get that coriander. It's the coriander seed, which sometimes you get it from the yeast, but this time I'm pretty sure they're going to be using a Belgian yeast. It doesn't say that, but I guess that's what they're going to be doing. And then, like a Blue Moon, if you've ever tried that in a bar, they usually give you a slice of orange on the side, or put a slice of orange in the beer. So this time they put the orange into the beer, which is kind of cool. I'm not really getting that. Maybe getting a tiny hint of freshness on the nose. But yeah, definitely getting the coriander more. And chamomile, that's strange, but I do actually like chamomile, believe it or not. Hopefully it won't put me to sleep, because a chamomile tea acts as a soporific. If you can't sleep, have a chamomile tea and it should mellow you down to some degree. And that definitely does work, because I do that sometimes. Right, let's dive in, dear viewer. See what we get from this bad boy. Oh, got the chopper's hat on. because there was motorbike racing today. What is going on with the bikes that they started really early? The first race was February, and then been a huge gap, almost a month with no racing at all, and then we're back. And the British rounds haven't even started. They don't start until next month. So some championships are starting in February and ending in November, believe it or not. So basically 9 months of the year. Yeah, 3/4 of the blooming year. And the British round doesn't start till May. Like, what is going on with the world? Could make a man go to drink. Oh wow. Wow, this is okay. So this is interesting. So on the nose, I was getting that kind of fruity kind of freshness. But the first thing that struck me when I swallowed my beer, my nice beer, should I say, is fruitiness. Not necessarily orange as such, but it definitely gave me that kind of fruit, citrus kind of bitterness. It's weird. It's like a bitterness. Sometimes when you have strong citrus fruit, it does give you that kind of bitter juiciness. I was going to say astringency, but it isn't that. It's more of a fruit juice. Yeah, fruit juiciness. And then follows through with a dryness from the kind of coriander seed. But that chamomile is definitely there too. It's like a herby fruit first, then it kind of goes herby, then it goes kind of dry and spicy at the end, which is crazy. They're not very molded together, but they're definitely like fruit first, herbiness, then spiciness. And the hops, yeah, it's that German hop that was in the beer we had the other day, but it's yeah, again, it's not a hoppy beer. This style is not about the hops. This is all about the kind of what usually in a Vit beer, it's or a Weiss beer, if you're going for that way of thinking, is usually about the yeast. But this isn't, because it's got adjuncts in it, and they all come through. The expression of those, all three of those, definitely comes through. Yeah, dare I say, this is a kind of beer at all. It's like a fruity beer. I remember back in the day, there was a hotel, which then became a bar, which is still there, but the original bar was one of the bars that I started drinking in, called the Druid's Head, in Kingston on the Market Square. Then they bought the restaurant, which I think was an Italian restaurant. I think I only went in there once. This is like hazy. This is back in the 90s, and in the early 90s as well. And they made it into a Hogshead pub. So instead of the Druid's Head, it became the Hogshead. One of the first things they did was they brought lots of Belgian beers in bottles in, and they all had different glasses, as the Belgians do. But when you're sort of a young person, sort of 18, 19, that kind of age, wow, I've got a beer, and it comes with its own glass as well. And yeah, very, very interesting. But one of those beers was Hoegaarden, and there was the one called Forbidden Fruits, which was a fruity Belgian style beer like this. Not sure if they used real fruit in it or not, but it was kind of an expression of this. And then 30 years later, 30 plus years later, wow, we're back. Yeah, the fruit is really up front. Almost as you're drinking it down, you get that juicy fruitiness. Then it goes into the chamomile. Yeah, which is definitely there. It's like a tea kind of, or a tisane, I should say, kind of thing. And then that spiciness is there from the coriander. I suppose it's kind of running, the coriander does run through a little bit. But because you've got that chamomile, herby, tea-like flavour going on, yeah, that spicy edge to it is kind of, I guess it's adding to it a little bit. Well carbonated, dear viewer. But yeah, really, really interesting beer. This is bizarre. Harmonie, it says. I don't know. I mean, are they working together? Are they working against each other? Very, very interesting. If they'd called it, instead of Harmony, if they'd called it something like Discord, that might have worked too. I was going to swirl it around, but maybe I should look at the lacing here, because we do have had 2 sips, and that was where it was to start with. There's sip number 2, but it looks like cave paintings of wild animals fighting each other, as they tend to do in cave paintings. And yes, I like observing the foam, looking at foam watch, as I call it. Cheers and beers. Let's finish this bad boy up. Yeah, we've gone way past 10 minutes, so let's finish this on, and you guys can get on your way. Oh, left a tiny bit left. So unlike me. Yeah, that fruitiness, upfront fruitiness. Perhaps. Don't know if that is from an orange juice or an orange kind of extraction somehow, because it doesn't taste zesty. That's the thing. So it is definitely some kind of juice has been used in this one, as opposed to the orange zest. It's all up front, and I wanted it to be mixed in a little bit, perhaps with the with the kind of chamomile and the spiciness. This would do really well if you served this Harmonie even, with a slice of orange, in the same way that they do, as I've said previously, with the Blue Moon. And as we all know, Blue Moon isn't really from Belgium. It's kind of an Americanism. But it is a fantastic beer. I really do like it. And I do like this beer. Just that shocking kind of juice. The weird thing is it doesn't really come through as orange juice. It's more of a kind of, I mean, it is on the orange side of the spectrum, but it could be blood orange or something along those lines. But it's a bit kind of, a bit too nondescript. If it was served with a slice of orange or an orange in the top, it would give it that freshness that it needs. This is a little bit more like kind of aged stuff. But I actually really do like this beer too. Guys, this has been Unclejona. Chamomile to the Colbier. Hopefully you guys are doing well up in Bootle. And I actually really like that beer. Come back, join me real soon, because there will be more beer reviews, and they are always coming up real damn soon.